Hello and a very warm welcome to the Global Air and Space Chiefs Conference. I am really delighted to be here. My name is Susannah Streeter. I'm a former BBC anchor, and also I spent 10 years as an RAF reservist. Now, this forum really is considered to be the jewel in the crown when it comes to really debating the future of air and space power, and of course the security concerns faced by our international partners and our global allies. And I had the real privilege of being here at last year's event, meeting many of you. And of course, it was a time when we were really getting to grips with the implications of conflict in Ukraine amid the looming climate crisis. Now, this year, sustainability will, of course, be a key theme, but we're also going to be looking through global and regional lenses, focusing on NATO's eastern flank, the High North, and the Indo-Pacific. But we'll take a temperature check on tech as well, looking at leaps in space that have been made, and also we'll be speaking to technology experts about the future developments that really could affect our capabilities, particularly the need to become ever increasingly agile. So we've got a lot to talk about, and I really want to make sure that all of you have a chance to have your say about the issues that we're going to be debating up here on the stage. So we have this year a number of roving microphones, and so please do raise your hand if you want to ask a question. But as usual, you can also pose a question through Slido. Now, you should have the QR code on your documents, welcome documents, and we may also put it up on the screen a little bit later as well, just before we go into those Q&A sessions. But it is really crucial that we get everybody involved and we have viewpoints from every nation represented. So without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage Air Vice-Marshal Simon Edwards, who is going to give an overview and really show us the lay of the land as we enter into today's conference. Assistant Chief of the Air Force for Strategy. Welcome, Air Vice-Marshal.
Hello, everybody. It's wonderful to be back here in London. I love this conference. Susannah, thank you for coming back this year. Some of you might remember I desperately asked you to return when we closed the conference down last time. It's just wonderful to have your support again. But to all of you, and on behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff who will join us later today, I would like to welcome all of you back here to the IET in London for this year's Global Air and Space Chiefs Conference. A welcome that, of course, extends, I'm going to try and look down the right camera, to everybody out there who's joining us online. Everyone is most welcome, and we are so pleased to have so many people taking part. This is the third year in a row when it's been my privilege to open this conference, and this year promises to be every bit as good as all of us have come to expect, and that's because all of us come together to play our part. Because conferences are, after all, about conferring, getting together, whether you're a warfighter, industry, a journalist, an academic, it doesn't matter. We need to talk, we need to challenge, and we need to share perspectives and ideas. And this conference matters. It matters because we're all facing the same or very similar challenges as we all strive to maintain our leading edge in air and space power. And I know that we will hear throughout the conference that the air and space forces, which are perhaps the most agile, the most innovative, the most adaptive, are those which will succeed in fighting and in winning when called upon. And you've heard it signposted already, but we're also going to be focusing on the challenge which most certainly faces everybody on this planet, climate change, which is why our opening session today is so important. And it will build on the work we've done since last year, when on this stage the Air Chiefs Climate Change Collaboration was signed, and we really started to gain some traction and to move forward. So please enjoy your time with us here. Please contribute, please challenge, or do you know what? Just think and reflect, and make the most of the informal as well as the formal opportunity that everybody convening here in London brings. I don't know about you, but I often have my best thoughts many days after the conference has ended. And so being able to reach out to people after we've all gone our separate ways is so very important. And I'll be thrilled to make time for anybody who can make time for me over the next day or two. But for now, it's a huge thank you from me and from the Chief. We cannot hold a conference without you, and we thank you for playing your part in helping all of us take our air and space forces forward as we look to the future. Enjoy the conference. You are all most welcome, and thank you. Back to Susannah.